Well, how's it going, everybody? It's good to see you all. Hey, if we haven't met, my name is Austin Livingood, and I'm gonna go on a branch here. Do we have any Game of Thrones fans in the room? Nobody? Yeah? Okay, great. Well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Game of Thrones. For those of you that have no concept or context or what is this show that you're talking about? So basically, it is one of those shows you'll either be super entertained by or offended by. So you got nudity, you got murder, you got lying, you got cheating, basically every broken 10 commandment you can think of in this one show. It's wild. And you have 7 kingdoms, right? So you have these 7 kingdoms, and they are all trying to attain what's called this Iron Throne, right? In this Iron Throne, you have decisions you can make about anything you want. I mean, that's amazing, right? I mean, you just have total authority. And you are a king or you are a queen. You get to call the shots. It's amazing. But I'm not going to go into that. No spoilers here. I'm a man of the people. So no spoilers here. But what I am going to dive into is I'm going to dive into your throne. I'm going to dive into my throne. Like Game of Thrones, you and I have a throne. The throne of our life. And we do different things with it all the time. We let things take a seat there. I know for me, there are a lot of things I've let sit in my throne, in the throne of my life. It's been HBO and Game of Thrones, right? That's time and money, a lot of time. It's so long. What else do I got? I got guitars. Oh man, I let guitars sit on the throne, lay. They can't sit on it. And what else? What else do I let sit on my throne? How about pizza? Yeah. If you're from around the Cincinnati area, there's a place over here called Adriatico's. Oh, gosh. Yes. Amen. I swear it's good. Oh, yes, I love some pizza. But here's the thing with all those things. All those things are temporary. They will not last, especially if it's pizza. In my case, and the buffalo chicken egg roll, love it. That's a thing. But we have all these things that we hand our throne to, the throne of our life to. We place value on it. What is worship? What is worship? How does this whole thing tie into worship? What is that? Let me break this down for you. So worship is giving value to someone or something and letting it sit on the throne. That is worship. I'll say that one more time. Worship is giving value to someone or something and letting it sit on the throne. Your throne, my throne. We have a throne. And we like to give it away all the time. And Jesus, he kind of goes the opposite way when it comes to the throne of your life. This is what he says in Matthew. He says this in Matthew 16. He says, anyone who intends to come with me has to let me lead. You're not in the driver's seat. I am. Don't run from suffering. Embrace it. Follow me, and I'll show you how. Now, I'd like to stand up here and tell you that Jesus has been in the driver's seat my entire life, and that is simply not the case. My folks are here. Good to see you guys. My dad was a pastor growing up, and so, growing up as a pastor's kid, you know all the right things to do, all the right things to say. And I don't think Jesus really was sitting on the throne of my life, even then. See, for about 15 years, I've been doing the music thing. And for those 15 years, man, it has been crazy. I've been all over the world, seen different things. And 2010, 2011, I was in this one band, and we were doing really well at the time. So I thought. And along with that, came with a lot of different things that I would let sit on the throne of my life. One of those things was parties. I would go to parties a lot. Parties come with a lot of things, and the whole sex, drugs, rock and roll, that is a totally valid thing to call out. Because when I went to this one party in 2011 changed my life. It changed the trajectory of my life. And I had gotten the most inebriated I'd ever been in my life. And I remember going there and going to this bathroom and hooking up with this girl and telling her, hey, you can leave now. Not my finest hour. And after she left, I sank to the floor in this bathroom, right? Sank to the floor in this bathroom, leaned against this toilet. And there was a mirror that was just a cheap old mirror in this apartment complex that I just looked at and I saw myself. And for whatever reason, I just started weeping, started crying. And it was crazy. I don't know what came over me, but now, looking in hindsight, I'm pretty sure it's because I was letting a lot of things sit on the throne of my life that should not be there, right? So I finished crying. I wiped my tears away, and I'm just kind of looking around. I'm kind of like, what do I do now? That was half true. Part of it was I was still buzzed, you know? But I look over in the toilet, and there's a Bible face down. You believe that? There's a Bible face down in this toilet. So what I do, I saw it. I was like, that's weird. I'll pick it up. And I go to start reading, and this is the first thing that pops up. And this verse changed my life. I opened it up to James. If you know anything about the book of James, it's basically calling you out on all of your crap. It's wonderful. We all need that. And it says this, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at himself in a mirror and after looking at himself goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. Crazy. It was like God just came and took a seat right next to me on the bottom of this bathroom floor. And after that, I knew something had to change. I knew something had to be different. So what did I do? I simply talked to God. I don't remember the exact words what I said, because again, buzzed. And I told God, I said, I'm so dumb. Man, I've made a lot of stupid decisions. Will you take me now? Will you just, you haven't been king in my life for a long time. Probably not ever. Will you be my king? Will you be mine? And I'm convinced because of that one little interaction, that one little moment on the bottom of a bathroom floor, that if I had not done that, I would not have a wife. I'm convinced that because of that moment, I have children. I'm convinced because of that, I have a house, my life. I would not be standing here in front of you talking to you about this stuff. But that's the kind of king that we get to serve. It's the kind of king that's worth worshiping. And you might not be in that place, and that's totally okay. I'm just glad you're here. But I just wanted you to know that my life looks very different, looks incredibly different because I let Jesus take a seat on my throne. And I'd imagine that there are a lot of people here that, if you're like me, you've let stuff sit on the throne of your life. Could be Instagram. Could be rock and roll. I like rock and roll. Could be pornography. It could be drugs. I don't know what it is for you, but I imagine that there is something that's been sitting there. I want to teach us this song, and we're going to sing it here in a second. But first, I'm going to invite you to stand up. Invite everybody to stand up. And I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes for a second. And I want you to think about the throne of your life. What does it look like? Is it gold? Silver? Does it just look awesome? Has it got a picture of me on it? Just kidding. And I just want you to think about it. What have you been putting on that throne? What's the thing? Things. And what I'm going to do is we're going to take a moment, and I'm going to teach you this song, and then we're going to sing together. But this song is one that enables us to reprioritize our life. It's one that enables us to put Jesus back where he belongs, and that's on the throne of your life. Are you willing to give up your seat? And if you're not, that's totally fine. Again, just glad you're here, but I encourage you to listen to these words and listen to the story. Listen to the story that never gets old. And it goes like this. Oh, hail King.